Well, good evening, y'all. Welcome back. My name's Smitty. If you're new to the channel, thanks for stopping by. If you're an existing subscriber, thank you so much for your subscription. Thank you so much for wanting to be a part of this channel. That's great. I'm so happy that you're here. Today, we are continuing with part 3 of, I don't know how many parts there's going to be. But anyway, we're trying to get this donor here running before I pull the engine out. That's exactly what it is. It's a donor. I mean, it's pretty rough. Anyway, usually when you get a donor vehicle, you're taking parts out of it. But what we've come up with is, it looks like the ECM is probably no good in this. So, I'm hoping Scarlett there, we're going to uncover her, and we're going to see if it's still got the ECM in it, and we'll try it to see if it's going to work in the donor car, because right now that one doesn't want to communicate. So let's get this one untied and get the cover drooped off anyway, and we'll see about whipping the ECM out of it. Wow, that was an act of Congress. Apparently I'd forgotten how I tied that thing. Been a while since I had the tarp off. So anyway, we'll get in there and see what we got. Alright, so you know how this goes. I'm going to put you on probably on the console in there. I don't have really enough arm length for this thing to get further back. So, okay, that's a little better. I didn't realize I had the telephoto on. That's funny. Anyway, here we go. It's kind of dark in here. Alright. Well, for the most part, it looks like the tarp is doing its job. I mean, it's keeping the interior halfway decent. So, that's what we're planning on. I'm going to steal this floor mat. Alright. Let's get a little light on the subject here. Alright, same thing as the other one. We're going to take this hush panel down. Hopefully there's an ECM still there. And doesn't look like there is one in the other one. Oh, hot dang, it is still there. Cool. Alright. Oh, and it's been replaced. Isn't that awesome? Now see, I don't know. Well, here's that other connector. Like the 89's got. Sort of. Wow, these are just that much different. Odd. Alright, so, and when you look at there, it happens to be the same ECM. 1227-165. I don't know if you can see it over my head. 1227-165. So the connectors ought to be the same. Get that one out. Yep, that one's the same. Yeah, looks like they're both the same. So we might have got pretty lucky there. Just had a mud dauber's nest in there. Mud dauber, dirt dauber, whatever you choose to call them. Dauber something. And if you notice, on this 87, you remember when I pulled the panel off the 89, it had a great big kick panel over here with what looked to be maybe a housing for part of the Bose audio system, and this one doesn't have that. Of course, it is a plain Janer, and that almost looks like that might be broke right there. No, but it looks like it might be out of place anyway. Anyway, yeah, I'm anxious to get this old girl going. Gonna take some time, get after the paint and everything, pull the doors. It's been repainted once before. It almost looks like it's had like an undercoating treatment of some sort, but you can tell it's been painted once before. There's paint chips like on this skirt right here on the side. Well, anyway, let's go to the donor, see if we can get any action here. Alright, now we're in the donor and double check our ECMs here. I'll tell you what, I think the harness in this one's a whole lot shorter. Yeah. Okay. And if you can see, there's the part number on the original one for the 89. And there's the one I just pulled out of the 87. And like I said, this one's been replaced. It's got a Napa replacement in it. So, alright, it's not uncommon for these older ones to have the ECM replaced. Usually a good way when they start screwing up is if you thought you might have an ECM number, ECM problem, you could come in here and you could tap this thing with a screwdriver. And if the car stuttered, you know the ECM had a bad solder joint in it or something like that. So, since we got lucky with that, let's plug this dude in. Let's, just out of curiosity, so I wonder where this big thing of wires goes. It's got to be pretty close under there. There's a pin way up there. Why there's a pin up there, I don't know. Hey, you know what? I just got to thinking about something. You know what that might be? That might have been a harness for a Bose audio system or something. You know, I bet that's what it is, because I know from doing enough of these GM stereo systems, a lot of your speaker wires were light green and dark green. So I can almost bet you that's what that was for. This car probably originally had a Bose audio system in it, and that's the amplifier plug. That's kind of cool. It's just that piece didn't have the amplifier in it. Kind of neat. It's had somebody else had stereo in it. In fact, there's a couple amplifiers in the back of this thing. I doubt they're any good, but you know, hey. All right, on to what we're doing. So let's plug this ECM in. Let me go hook the battery up, and we'll see what happens. All right. Well, let's see what the key will do. Let's see what the we'll see what the check engine light does now. Well, I heard a prime, so that's good. Let me go around to the other side and we'll try our crossing the terminal deal and see if we get any response. See if I left, yep, I left my little jumper wire here. All right, if this ECM's working, it should, when we cross the A and the B terminal, it should start flashing. Oh, look at there. We have a working ECM. Now the 12 is the normal. That means there's no pulse, and it'll probably just keep flashing code 12. But the fact of the matter that it's working, that's a good thing. So that other ECM was toast. So that's good. And now normally if I'd had the fans plugged in, you would have heard the fans kick on too, because that's one of the defaults when you start doing the diagnostic connector. It'll basically ground the fan relay to tell you that that circuit is working okay. I've already taken the fans out of this, so you know, I know they're not there. But that's a good thing. I mean, that's what you want to happen. And of course, we still haven't fixed the starter yet, so it won't do anything. But that's fantastic. So we're making some progress. So now we have a working ECM. So now I need to get the starter done. I can bet you I'm going to have to put fuel injectors in this since it's been sitting so long. So I know I'm going to have to put probably fuel injectors in this thing. This kind of looks like something out of a creepy movie. Pretty funny. Because it's got the Multec injectors in it, and they're junk out of the factory. And they fail like miserably. There's a bunch of videos out there from other guys working on these things in Corvettes and stuff like that. And sometimes what'll happen is when they get hot, they'll just open and they won't work at all. So you know, once I get this thing cranking, of course we'll have to check, and obviously I still have to get a fuel system working again. But slowly but surely we're making a little headway. So I'm gonna leave it there with you tonight. I appreciate you so much for watching. If you like what you see, please consider subscribing. Like and share it with your friends. Help me build the channel. That'd be fantastic. I'd really appreciate it. I could use your all's help. And if there happens to be a vendor out there or somebody that wants to sponsor me, that'd be even better. That way I can keep going about this stuff. I really enjoy doing it. I like to be able to teach you all something. Some stuff will be repetitive, some stuff y'all probably already know. But anyway, I'm rambling. I'm going to leave it there tonight. God bless y'all. I'll see you later.